Hello, Horn Lake High School. This is Mr. Tonguet here with some shout-outs. Hadn't read these in a while, but I appreciate you continuing to turn them in for us. First shout-out goes to Miss Beck. A community business owner visited Horn Lake High School and was helping us with some internship interviews, and she made a comment that we must have a great choir teacher at Horn Lake High School because the choir applicants who interviewed had confidence and presented themselves well. Shout out to this choir students and shout out to Miss Beck. Next one goes to Miss Robbins, a first-year ELA teacher with us. Miss Robbins is doing an outstanding job, especially as a first-year teacher. Her students are lucky to have her in their corner. Thank you, Miss Robbins. To Miss Gardner. Of course, Miss Gardner is our bookkeeper and takes care of all the financials for us. Shout out to Miss Gardner for keeping Horn Lake High School running smoothly. She does so much for us daily and always with a smile on her face. Thank you for everything, Miss Gardner. To Miss Payne. Miss Payne is one of our new SPED teachers. Shout out to Miss Payne for always being willing to help and serve staff and students. She is a great addition to our SPED team. Next one, Miss King Williams. Miss King Williams is in her first year as co-met chair for us and doing a great job, but it says, shout out to you, Miss Williams, for consistently going out of her way to serve the SPED department. She does have a servant's heart. She is rocking her new role as co-met chair, so shout out to you, Miss King Williams. Next one to Mr. Hoffman. Shout out to you, Mr. Hoffman, for being an intricate part of our ACT prep program. He never complains, goes the extra mile, and gives up his planning frequently to be a part of this. Thank you for your selflessness, and shout out to you, Mr. Hoffman. Next one goes to Miss Thompson, one of our APs. Miss Thompson, shout out to you for always being available and ready to help when needed. The math department will forever be grateful for you, and so will I. And our next shout out goes to Mr. McGowan on Math Hall. Thank you for always sharing useful information and classroom resources. Thank you, sir. Shout out to Miss Murray for allowing our CBC students to visit her classroom on her planning period and making them feel super special. Shout out to you, Miss Murray. Shout out to Miss Cochran for pushing the students to do their best while having a well-structured, positive atmosphere in your classroom. Miss Cochran is new to us this year and does a tremendous job. I encourage you teachers to stop by and visit her room sometime. She's amazing. But shout out to you, Miss Cochran. Shout out to Miss Sewell for showing up with a positive, funny, and helpful outlook every day. I can attest to this. We love positive people. Miss Sewell's one of the most positive, and she's a lot funnier than I am, so I love her. Thank you. Shout out to you, Miss Sewell. Shout out to Miss Reed for stepping up to line judge most of the home volleyball games. We appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to support us. That was a huge help, Miss Reed. Thank you for stepping up. I know we got those emails asking for line judges, and Miss Reed was there, almost all of them helping. Shout out to Coach Eilert, Coach Davis, and Coach Grayson for all stepping up last minute to drive the volleyball team to scrimmages and games. Thank y'all. Shout out to Mr. Tice. Mr. Tice, shout out to you for taking time out of your busy schedule to drive the volleyball team to most of our games. We appreciate you stepping up and supporting the team. On a side note, if you don't know, Mr. Tice and Coach Eilert use their planning block every day to pull all of our teachers' buses around to the front of the building, and that's a selfless act that helps us tremendously. And I just want to say shout out to y'all too, Coach Eilert and Mr. Tice, for taking your planning period to do that and move those buses around. That's a huge help. Servant's heart helps our teachers. Thank y'all. All right, we'll get back to it. Shout out to OC, one of our new resource officers. Shout out to OC for traveling with the volleyball team, being a safe presence, and always cheering for us. And that is it. Thank you. Hey, continue to fill out these shout outs, turn them into the box outside my office. We love reading these, sharing the positive things, and I'll be around to deliver these to you soon. Thank you, Horn Lake.